Hello. So we are live and we're going to be talking tonight about whether or not King Charles and Prince William are popular and power hungry based on what Omid Scobie's recent book that's going to be released on November 28th says about Prince William and King Charles. The name of the book is called Endgame, and those of you who have been around a while know that Omid Scobie is kind of tight with Prince Harry and Meghan Markle, and he is and has been very critical of the royal family. And he previously wrote the book Finding Freedom, which was about Harry and Meghan leaving the royal family and sort of their background. So welcome, everybody. I am Deanna, and I am here from Hot for History, and I'm really excited to chat with you a little bit about what's going on in royal news and royal gossip right now. Welcome. Let me know where you're from. Hey, I see that we have somebody here from Las Vegas. Make sure to share this. Again, I'm Deanna from Hot for History. Please do share, like, subscribe. I'm in the middle of a series on JFK as well, but we're just going to dive right into it. Hi from Tampa Bay. Hey, Bunny. I'm glad you're here because I know that you specifically have said, I think that King Charles is trying to, I don't know, not only just minimize the monarchy, but maybe in his lifetime get rid of it. And I don't know if I agree with that, but it certainly does seem like there's a lot of drama. And he's now being called, King Charles is now being called unpopular. And I think some of us might agree that he's not necessarily the most popular. And so many people did want Prince William to be the next monarch, which was an impossibility because of the line of succession. So he wasn't, it wasn't meant to be. So you guys have probably known a little bit about this guy, Omid Scobie. And it says, there's a review here by Maureen Callahan. She said, sour, joyless Harry has already the prince of his own pyre, the architect of his own misery, and now glowering at Katy Perry's glittering Vegas concert, he's officially becoming a colossal drag. Like, there's pictures of him out. Hey, Steven. There's pictures of Harry actually at this concert with Katy Perry, and his face is like, oh, it's so boring. Like, he's getting so tired of these concerts, I think. I think he's just getting tired of it. I think he's just over it, between Beyonce and all the concerts that he's going to. But this one was like, wait, are they saying hi to me or are they saying hi to Celine Dion? But he was not. I mean, he was very blasé about it. So anyhow, I'm going to read this and then we can go into some of the other stuff that we've been talking about on the side, Stephen. And I know Brian, I don't know where he's here. I know what Friar Tuck picture, is that me or him? Okay. Because my head's getting cut off too. Okay, let's just read this. Omid Scobie's Endgame comes out November 28th. By the way, right after King Charles's birthday, which we're going to talk about a little bit. You know what I mean? So, you're talking about, Stephen, you're talking about at the concert that it was very much a Friar Tuck picture. Yes, when he's sort of like, isn't Harry and Meghan friends with Katy Perry and Orlando? Yeah. I think, thank goodness, like, Harry needs a good friend. He said that he sees Orlando Bloom, around and their neighbors. And we know Katy Perry also performed at the coronation for King Charles. So, there you go. Okay, so Omid Scobie. Guys, let me know what you thought. There's a drag in the video. I'm in a new place going live. Okay, well, let's just try to get through it tonight and then we'll try to fix it. Omid Scobie's Endgame comes out on November 28th, the week after Thanksgiving here in America. And then this book is going to land like an atomic bomb in the palace and royalist media. Do you think? What does that mean, landing as an atomic bomb? Is it going to really freak them out or not? Royal reporters hate Scobie, and the Windsors have tried to cut off his access, but to no avail. As I've said before, this is from a blog called Celibacy. It's just kind of funny. Anyhow, Royal reporters hate Scobie, and the Windsors have tried to cut off his access to no avail. As I've said before, I believe that the Rhoda people are mad that Scobie won't play their game. He won't be a stenographer to power. He won't just report whatever the palace wants him to say. Well, Amazon added a descriptive blurb for the book, and the Mail and the palace are shaking. Okay, well, let's hear what the palace, I don't know. I'm going to read this to you guys and tell me if you don't think that it's just, no. Yeah, they had an above and back of the head at the Katy Perry concert. Yeah, it's so ironic, the balding of Harry now after his unbelievable attack of his brother's hairline. Like, really? I mean, just crazy. So I think that's funny. The royal should end, and Dan Wooden's access to Prince William. Probably. Okay, let me read this, guys, and you tell me. This is the Amazon blurb to this book, and you tell me whether or not you think, I mean, I think it's just, I don't know, saccharine sweet. Like, they're definitely going overboard. Endgame, the explosive book from long-time royal journalist Omid Scobee. I'm sorry, how is he a long-time royal journalist? It's been like 2 or 3 years since we've heard of him. And author of the international blockbuster Finding Freedom. Okay, do we agree with that too? Is a penetrating investigation into the current state of the British monarchy, an unpopular king, a power-hungry heir to the throne, a queen willing to go to dangerous lengths to preserve her image, and a prince forced to start a new life. Oh, see, now we have to, even the description with Amazon, forced to start a new life after being betrayed by his own family. I'm sorry, was that what happened? Do you guys believe? Let's reread that. And a prince, meaning Prince Harry, forced to start a new life after being betrayed by his own family. I mean, what the heck? They're writing some kind of romance novel here. Queen Elizabeth II's death ruptured the already fractured foundations of the House of Windsor. I'm sorry, but this was going on before her death, and dismantled the protective shield around it. With an insulation long plagued by antiquated ideas around race, class, and money, the monarchy and those who prop it up are now exposed and at odds with a rapidly modernizing world. Relying on his vast experience, I feel like Omid Scobie wrote his own bio and Amazon blurb for sure, because none of us knew about him. He's not a longtime expert, okay? Rapidizing, modernizing world, relying on his vast experience as a royal reporter and over a decade of conversations and interviews with current and former palace staff, trusted friends of the royals, and even the family members themselves. Scobie pulls back the curtains on an institution in turmoil to show what the monarchy must change in order to survive. This is the monarchy's endgame. Do they have what it takes to save it? Okay, there's more, but let's just talk about that. Okay. His badness. If you were coming to Las Vegas, okay, come on. Ariel Speedwagon, they're from my neck of the woods because I'm from, well, Stephen and I are from Illinois. Okay, false propaganda. Okay, so all of this, like, this book and the blurb for this book is making it sound like King Charles is infinitely unpopular. Now, I'm going to say that probably he's not super popular. He's not super popular. But is it as dramatic as they make it out to be? I think Harry and Meghan are pretty dramatic, but I don't think it's like the end game. But in order for him to promote his book, it has to sound like that. You know, it has to really have some of those words, you know? So let's talk, since we're talking, I mean, I think what Bunny's saying is in line with this in a sense. Wooden admitted that he was given stories about Meghan in order to squash rumors about Prince William. Murdoch even settled with William about the rumors. So Harry is right about the betrayal. Right. But they, at the same time, you know, I mean, it's like, it's sort of like what comes first, the chicken or the egg. That's how I see it. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. I think they're all playing games with the media. That's my opinion. I think they are. Okay, there's 23. What, can you please give us a thumbs up? Please give me a thumbs up. Please give me a thumbs up. Yes. No way his popularity has increased. Wait, no way? his popularity has increased, or no way his popularity has increased? Do you think, Stephen? Okay, wait, Stephen, are you trying to say that King Charles' popularity has increased or hasn't increased? In other words, no way his popularity has increased. I think William, even though there are people here and even Omid Scobie calling him, power hungry, I think William's still very popular. I do. They are a horrible family. Who gave Meghan's letters to the press? Someone inside the royals did. I know, but we go back and forth, and I've seen you do it too, where all of a sudden it's like, oh, they're all against Meghan. Oh no, Meghan and they're all against the royal family. We're playing ping pong with this. I don't know. I thought the letter, some people are saying was from her dad, right? So oh my gosh. I'm here, guys. It's like I'm in tech hell tonight, though. Sorry. I got to get this. And literally, all I'm doing is touching one little wire. Okay. You can hear me. This is so frustrating. I got a new desk. I moved everything into the other apartment because I was in my son Andrew's apartment. And now it's a hot mess because there's like a million things all over the place. Okay. So first off, is he or is he not popular? He's out and about and doing good. I read positive. I think I like William. I think the power hungry thing, I don't see him as power hungry. I just watched an interview with some other royal, with Kinsey Schofield, and she's saying, like, William's the most reluctant. He's always been the most reluctant future heir to the throne. In fact, it was Harry that really, when they were younger, it's like, I'll be king, because, William was like, I don't think so. I don't really want to be the king. So I don't know if he's power hungry. I mean, he might start getting, as you get older, sometimes you're more direct. I don't know if you saw today, he was out and about and like, meeting babies and, kind of doing it almost like a political thing. But I like him. I think that he's popular. I think with this book, it's all a bunch of fluff. They're just trying to make it out to be a big deal, when I don't think it's going to be as big of a deal as you think. However, we are entering the season of releases. So we have The Crown coming up not long from now as well, which I personally can't wait for. And apparently it's the last one. And some people are saying that The Crown or Netflix has Harry by the what, because Harry can't really criticize it because that's the network that was paying out some money and he has to hold on. You know what I mean? Okay. William seems like he's angry because the title comes with duties. That's a possibility, since he was a reluctant royal. And he sounds like what he really wants to do is just be a dad and hang out with his wife and kids. Although I know some of you think that he doesn't want to hang out with his wife, but I mean, I think he does. But since being angry because of the duties, and the duties are going to increase, especially now they're having him do these duties without Kate as much, since she's going to be hanging out with the kids as they get older. And I think they want to establish him separately, almost like this individual, future monarch. I think there's probably a lot of pressure on him. I do. Okay. William on a trip, and King just has successful trip and no eggs thrown. Okay. Got no eggs thrown. I think we touched upon the fact that he, there were some racial elements that he needed to speak on. I don't agree. He's also doing his things on a trip now, and I feel like he's always kind to. I mean, I can't imagine it not exhausting you. I would be more obvious with my frustration, I think, than they are. I think they're always very gracious. But so I really think a lot of this is to promote this book. It's like, and honestly, in general, there's been sort of like a lull with like royal news. So it's almost like, okay, let's just try to like find what we can. Let's see what we can do. You know what I mean? So it's possible that they're just trying to stir up some stuff before the release of The Crown and this book. And it's the king's birthday. Okay, so here's the thing. There's all this back and forth on whether or not Harry refused to go to King Charles's birthday. And so they're saying, oh no, that's not true. He wasn't invited. So you'll see these other things where it's like, wait, is Harry snubbing them, or was that not true? He didn't even receive an invitation. Well, maybe they're not talking at all. Maybe that's why. Oh, you're wearing a blue shirt too. Okay. The king and queen's red carpet at the Nairobi National Park was strange. I missed that. By the way, speaking of red carpet, there's new news out that going back to Meghan's wedding, that she threw a fit about having to have a blue carpet rather than a red carpet. The red carpet for weddings are saved for, let's say, King Charles, like, you know, the heir. So Kate and William got it, as did Diana and Charles, but everybody else gets a blue carpet. And I guess Meghan was like, I want a red carpet or nothing at all. So then she didn't even have a carpet. Sorry, I didn't mean to take off regarding the red carpet versus the Nairobi National Park thing, but it just reminded me of that. Okay, let's talk about this. Was King Charles, okay, it seems Prince Harry has snubbed the olive branch extended by his father, King Charles. The Daily Mail has reported that while many friends and family are expected to join the monarch at his 75th birthday, which by the way is November 14th, celebrations at Clarence House in London next week, one invited guest will not be making an appearance. Speaking, can you imagine finally showing up? Like what? Like you would suck the air. You would suck the air out of the party. Like finally when he shows up, because of all this drama, it's sort of like everybody watching, you know, let's say you're having a birthday party and one of the little babies like freaks out and has this major tantrum, throws the cake and stuff, then goes in the other room. When the kid comes back into the room, everybody's like, is he going to be okay? Oh, I guess he had a nap. He's better now, right? That's how I feel Harry is. Like, even if he shows up, everybody would be like, what? What? Happy birthday. Okay. First reported at the Sunday Times, the reason for Harry's absence is allegedly because he and Charles don't speak much. Oh, you think? It was not revealed whether Meghan Markle and the couple's two children, Archie and Lilibet, were included on the invitation. Okay, so one are saying, oh, he totally was invited. Then the other's like, wait, he wasn't even invited. It's always People magazine that says, he didn't even get an invite, right? It's always People that's like, will say whatever they can about Harry and Meghan. The snub is reportedly the second time Charles has reached out and been rejected by Harry. It was reported in September that despite receiving an invitation to join family at Balmoral for the late Queen's anniversary of her passing, Harry declined and instead visited the Queen's grave at St. George's Chapel to pay her his respects. Charles and Harry's relationship has remained fractured since the prince made his decision to resign. We all know that, yada, yada, spare. The state of the pair's relationship appeared to be confirmed in September when Harry celebrated his 38th birthday, receiving no public acknowledgement from the royal family. That was a little obvious. Okay. So that's what we're seeing. Did anyone explain the red carpet rules to Meghan? Because I would assume they were treating the wedding differently to the royal weddings, which preceded hers. I think they did explain it to her, and then she was like, "No rug. I don't want any. If I can't have a red one, and I'm going to have a blue one, I don't want one." That is the rumor. I'm not saying I know for sure. I'm just telling you that that's what's out in the news. Okay. If I sing happy birthday, I don't even know what to call you, constipated in Sin City. That would be a really long one, but give me a name as to what you want to be called, and then I will sing. So history shows Harry had snubbed Queen as family, etc. So I wouldn't believe any propaganda. Yeah. Happy birthday. Okay, I'll sing it. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to Constipated in Sin City. Happy birthday to you. Okay. All right. Happy birthday. Okay, so communications between King and Prince Harry remain poor. They don't speak much. Okay, now it comes after news Omid Scobie, a close friend of Prince Harry and Meghan. Oh my gosh. Like they're so close, it's so obvious, and it's set to, like, he gets to basically speak and say things that they want to say but don't through this book Endgame. It's a scathing attack, and he says a really good investigation on the royal family, calling Prince William power hungry and King Charles unpopular. Okay. Okay. All right. So Prince Harry actually didn't turn down an invitation to King Charles milestone. That's what people say. That's what people say. My little Liption. Okay. So what is it? What do you guys think? Do you think he was invited? Let me see. Okay, let me read this one from InStyle if I can get everything. So, royal family drama may currently be on the pop culture zeitgeist black burner as we tackle more pressing topics, but that doesn't mean that it's disputed entirely. In fact, Prince Harry and King Charles III just proved that relations are still as strained as ever by playing a classic game of he said, she said, or in this case, he said, over an invitation of the King's milestone 75th birthday. According to an original report from the Sunday Times published over the weekend, an insider claimed that the Duke of Sussex would not be in attendance for his father's birthday despite receiving an invitation. Harry's lack of presence would have served as a stark contrast to the king's last major birthday in 2018. The publication added when both the prince and Meghan Markle delayed their honeymoon to attend the birthday. Shortly after the report was published, however, a spokesperson for the Duke of Sussex spoke out against the claims, calling the story disappointing. In response to the UK media headlines, there has been no contact regarding an invitation of His Majesty's upcoming birthday, the spokesperson told the Messenger. It's disappointing. The Sunday Times has misreported the story. Whether accurate or not, news of the declined invitation comes just months after Harry opted to decline his father's offer to Balmoral. Okay. Basically, we know. I missed the joke. Thank you, EHC. That's what I'm going to call you from now on, EHC. Bunny. That's what we're going to call. Okay. Oh, thanks. I could do the Marilyn Monroe happy birthday, Mr. President thing, but I won't, considering that it's the 60th year of JFK's death. Okay, Neil, you're probably talking about Neil Sean just put out posting on how Harry snubbed. Okay, you just sent it. Okay, maybe I'll try to find it. But okay, so what do you guys think about all of this? Number one, I want to know your opinions on whether or not King Charles is unpopular and Prince William is power hungry. Like what? Oh, that's a video. I can't watch that right now. I'm a little bit busy. Okay. Like, what do you think? I think, here's my opinion. I think there's still trouble in paradise. Whether or not the monarchy is on its way out, I don't know. There are times when I really think so. I'm like, how long can this go on? Like, we're living in totally different times. How can it still be this way, right? So there are times when I agree with EHC. But then I hear people say they have like 100-year plan. They have a 100-year plan, but we're not living in the times of like I just don't know. I don't know. Do I think, I was one of them, I'm just going to be honest, who was like, oh, we have to have King Charles and Camilla. I was, thought it was an original conversation and observation of myself, but everybody was saying, can't we just go to Will and Kate? Everyone in the world was saying that. So I think the monarchy would be more popular with William and Kate, but I just wonder if the popularity in general is very, let's be honest regarding Harry and Meghan, they keep things spiced up. They really do. Like, what would we, if Harry and Meghan were still just behaving well? Like, what would we be talking about? Really? I mean, they are just, it's fun. Okay, Royal Brief. Welcome, my friend. I don't think William's power hungry. I think he just isn't going to put up with it. Yeah. And I think, see, here's the thing. The book, Endgame, I mean, it's written by their friend or their publicist, and everything, like the Amazon blurb, which sounds like Omid wrote it himself, is like, the king's unpopular, Harry's, Harry is, power hungry. I mean, William's power hungry. And then they have another prince who had to leave because his family, like, he didn't have to leave. He did not have to leave. So there, it definitely favor, like, all of the sound bites favor that. I hope King Charles leaves at 85 to not have too short. Yeah, in other words, to have him be here a little bit longer. Wait, how old is here is William going to be when the king is 85 years old? How old is he turning? I don't even know how old he's turning. 76, 74? I can't remember. I don't know. William and Kate lost its thrill after he left. Yeah, I think it was interesting to have the four of them. I loved it. I loved when the four of them were going around to different places. And I thought that Megan actually did a good job. Maybe not all of you agree, but she was pregnant and going around to all of these things, and she was always smiling. She kind of just fell into that role, in my opinion, well, initially, but then obviously the rules and everything kind of got to her after that. Omid has become ridiculous. I think so. I think he's ridiculous. And I think here's the thing. We all can make up stories and make that be the reality. That's what press is. So if we all of a sudden want to say, oh my gosh, Harry and Meghan are the most popular people in the world now, and we want to spin a story like that, we can spin it, you know? And you can spin anything you want. And so I think they're just spinning this drama right now because of the book. Okay, I'm going to stay on for a few more minutes, then I'm going to head off. Queen Elizabeth was popular because of her unwavering duty. Hello, as queen, 1,000%. She remained in her castle while German bombs, dropped into England. Other European royals hid in fear. Yeah, I mean, I'm kind of going down that rabbit hole. Like, I really, during that blitz, like, they all stayed together. And remember, this was a family that was reluctant. She would have become queen either way, even if her uncle didn't, have to leave and all abdicate. Eventually she would have become queen, right? So the thing is that they didn't expect it to be so soon and so early, and like, she basically had to be the princess really a lot earlier on. And that family apparently they were having a blast without necessarily being the first to have to be royals, right? But then when they did, it was during a really hot time. I just did a short video about how David, or King Edward VIII, was set up to be this puppet king, like the Nazis wanted him to become like king so that they could basically rule in that way, whatever. I don't know, but to sell out the royal family and take over England. That's what was out there. So Queen Elizabeth made it look somewhat easy. She had to become queen so young. She didn't expect that either. And she just stepped into it like it was just like a glove, like a fit, like a glove. And she made it work. Not only made it work, it's just like when you watch a really great athlete do something and they make it look so easy. That's what she did. So I agree with you. No other royal will be as popular as the queen. No, I don't think the king promised to be king to his death. I don't know. What do you guys think? No, I didn't even do anything. I haven't even touched the camera. Oh, what the hell? Excuse my language. I swear I didn't even do anything. Oh, so frustrating. Okay, different camera. Can you guys hear me? Just give me a thumbs up. I just took off that camera. Hey, my complexion looks a little bit better with this one. Omid lost. Now, I just want to say that that was a really. It may have seemed like a very clumsy move to you, but the way that I put this new camera back up behind the scenes, I look like a pro. Okay, Omid lost all his credibility the moment Meghan had to admit to the court in London that she had lied and had contributed to his book. Well, I've been hearing through the grapevine that she and Harry may be called out for some serious perjury. Could be a lie. I don't know. Okay. I believe the Saudis are treating King Charles as a puppet king too. Ooh, girl, that's a whole other video. That's a whole other video. Briefcases filled with money. I think some of my cables might be frayed. If you looked at my desk and saw, because I was moving everything around, yeah, it's not. I don't know if it's that. I plug in one camera and another, and then I'm trying to be portable. I'm going to Utah this week, and I have to unpack stuff. Okay. Okay. I think guys, I'm gonna call it a day because I'm so nervous. I'm so nervous about this. I do want to know. I don't know. It's just sort of like a story that keeps on giving, but it's also so confusing to me. I also don't understand the Camilla piece either. Like I still to this day I'm like a little bit confused with Camilla. Okay, from now on I'm not even going to use that other camera. Because uh she just doesn't do as much to me and I'm still like pining over Diana. Thank you, Royal Brief. I apologize for all the technical difficulties. Next week, I hope to have it back in check. I think I'm going to also pre-record some longer form videos, it'll look like this format, but it'll be pre-recorded. And then when we come back on, we can review what that was and talk about it. Yeah, I mean, I want to say truth. Okay. But anyhow, I kind of feel that way too. Okay, I'll talk to you guys later. Good night, everybody. And thank you for being as awesome as you are. Bye.